Hey yo, what up sluts? This is Taylor, and I'm going to do another Would You Rather because I'm pretty bored today. Nothing else to do, figure what the hell, may as well do something that's going to relieve your boredom a little bit, and for the next 10 minutes it may do a little bit to relieve mine. So, let's get straight into the questions, but first, may I please ask, may I request that if you enjoy these videos, please leave a rating. Like, it really doesn't take any effort at all. Like, seriously, like, do I even have to ask? Like, what the hell? Like, you just click a goddamn button. It doesn't even take you to another page. It's just a fucking button right there. Even click the down one if you want. I don't give a shit. You know, it's all the same, which is kind of funny. I don't think people realize that. Like, if they dislike your video, they're like, I'm gonna give them a down rating, and it's like, well, that does the exact same thing. So, really the best way to show a person that you don't like their video is to not rate at all. So, probably shouldn't have divulged that to you because now someone's gonna be like, oh, this video sucked. I'm not gonna rate. So, better a dislike than nothing at all. I'm going to put that on my epitaph. So anyway, first question. In a month of distress, would you rather be forced to walk around for an entire month without pants or shed all your hair for an entire month? Alright, so it really comes down to the month, right? If it were at this point in the year, and let's assume for the sake of this situation that I'm not going to walk into work tomorrow and have no pants on and they're going to get really pissed. Let's just assume everybody just is okay with like, oh, there's Taylor, he doesn't wear pants, that's fine. Like let's assume that's the thing, because nobody's going to get me in trouble for shaving every bit of my body or having all my hair fall out, but I might get in trouble walking around without pants. So I'm going to go without pants, you know? That's just how I'm feeling. I'm feeling better that way. I don't want to be bald and have no hair at all. I feel like that'd be kind of strange, but walking around without pants, that would be liberating, you know? That'd feel great. You're walking around, it's in the middle of June, it's hot as shit outside, it's so humid and just sticky, and you feel like you're sweating as you walk out to your car just because there's so much moisture in the air clinging to you, and you just feel so thick. It's just thick outside. It's like walking through a sauna all the time, and just if you think how much better it would feel, instead of having to wear pants or shorts or anything like that, you can just walk around your underwear. You can just walk around in boxers. Maybe you can go out and buy some ladies' underwear. Try that out. I'm not saying I'm not. You know, don't judge me. I'm just trying new things here. If I'm gonna have this 1 month, may as well seize the day. Carpe diem on this bitch. So I'm gonna go no pants. Alright, 44% said no pants, 56% I guess really enjoy wearing pants. I don't know why. Maybe they're in a different part of the world where it's freezing as shit right now and they really need some pants, but if it were wintertime, I'd definitely choose the hair option because that'd be very uncomfortable and just awful to have frost and stuff building up on your leg hairs. But yeah. Gonna have to say that I chose the correct one on that one. Unfortunately, 56% of you got this objectively wrong. If you're one of those, I'd suggest that you bone up on hairlessness versus pantlessness. There'll probably something in the Encyclopedia Britannica about that. So just give that a go. Next one. Would you rather eat a 5-course meal in front of 10 starving children or steal the bucket from 5 Salvation Army Santas? I think I'm gonna have to. Let me think about this, okay? Now, if I'm just eating this 5-course meal in front of these 10 kids, am I, like, right in front of them, like, cutting, a slice of the turkey and then, like, holding it up, like, right in front of their face and then, like, bringing it back to my mouth and, like, slowly lowering it in, like, Oh, this is so goddamn good, you guys. You would not believe it. And these potatoes and this huge 2-liter of delicious high C that I have right here, Capri Sun, whatever the hell, doesn't matter. It's 5-course meal. These kids are going to be jealous as shit, feeling awful, and, I mean, I don't think I could look at a kid who had like that potbelly, starving look where he's just completely emaciated, the skin is drawn back over his cheekbones, almost like a drum top. It's just really, really ugly and bad situation. And you just know that one little bite of this shit would keep them alive for a few more hours. You know, they're just looking at those calories, not even wondering about the taste. They're just like, oh god, food. You can just cut off all the fat off of that piece of meat and just throw it on the ground and roll it around in dirt and marinate it in a little bit of, you know, fly piss, if flies even piss. I don't know, we're making shit up, doesn't matter. And then give it to me and I would hungrily gobble that down like a feast from the gods. Like, that kid is desperate. Whereas buckets from the Salvation Army, like, that really wouldn't be as bad, I don't think, because how much money is in one of those buckets? Not much, maybe a few $100, not enough that's really going to make a difference. And also, if you didn't know, the Salvation Army is really anti-homosexuals and like contributes to organizations that are overtly against gay rights, which I'm not okay with that. Maybe some of you are, but I think it would also, just from the perspective of me, maybe this is selfish, but I think it would be more fun to sprint over, steal that bucket from that waving lunatic with his bell and his half-assed Santa costume. Half the time they're black, and I don't know anything about Santa because he's not real, but I know he's not black. He's a white dude. If you want to go back to history, I think he was in like Scandinavia or some shit, and that's definitely white dude. So that's confusing for kids walking into the store, seeing different races of Santa, which is fine. Multiculturalism, blah 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 blah, political correctness. Who gives a shit? So I'm gonna say steal the bucket because then I could take all the money from that and donate it to a charity that isn't phenomenally homophobic. There we go. Problem solved. I should have thought of that in the beginning. 69% agree with me. Good job. 31% of them did not think of the loophole that I had. Or I could steal that shit, all those buckets, and then use it to feed the 10 starving children. Bam. We've come full circle, my friends. We have come full circle. I just beat the game. I have moved into the highest echelon of you rather answers with that. And the other 69% of you have as well. If you answered the other one, then you're incorrect. Would you rather... God, what the hell? All right, would you rather be forced to eat a tub full of poo in 1 week? All right, first of all, tub? What the hell is a tub? That's a very, a really difficult word to quantify. A tub, like a tub that you would bathe like a little dog in that you see at the vet, like pretty small, or a tub for like a king in the Middle Ages, or for like William Taft, the really fat president, and then like that's a lot of shit. And we also haven't established what kind of poo this is. Is this human feces? Is this cow turds? Or is this like a whole thing of bird shit? Like what's the deal? Because the next one, it's either you can eat the tub of poo in a week or have a small bird poo in your mouth every morning for life. Now, that's pretty gross. I don't know why they established that it's a small bird, maybe just so they can't pull a fast one on you and be like, here's this giant eagle. Let it shit in your mouth all over your face every morning, and that'd be fairly unpleasant. And let me just take a little caveat here and say how weird it is that so many questions I come upon here are based on poop and eating poop or like rubbing poop on something. It's like, what the hell? What is with all these people wanting to know what people would do in a shitty situation like this? I don't really know. So as far as the kind of poo, let's assume this is bird poo as well, and I'm pretty sure that if you eat a whole bathtub full of poo, let's do a standard size bathtub. It seems like that would kill you. I'm no doctor, but that can't be good for you, just eating, buckets full of feces over the course of 1 week, because if you divvied that up, that's like having to, probably drink 2 gallons of, bird poop every day for a week. And, I mean, you'd probably become very sick, and if you regurgitated it all back up, then you would be fine, most likely, but that sounds pretty horrible. But maybe you could do something like you go to the hospital, pay them to knock you out, a little bit of magic anesthesia, and then they can just pump all of it into your stomach and then make you throw it up and then pump the rest and then just kind of go through that whole process where you're not even awake for it. But that would be a weird and awkward procedure to request. But I think as far as safety is concerned, it'd probably be better just to do the little bit of bird shit, just mix that in with my morning coffee, not a big deal. So I'm going to go with that one, safer. And you know me, I play it safe. All right, so 60% of you disagree with me. So really? And they didn't even say that this kind of poo was bird poop. That was best case scenario. What if it was like human diarrhea feces? How would you feel about that? Because that's like a guaranteed like death note. And then people would remember you. They wouldn't remember you as that guy who had to eat bird poop every so often. They'd remember you as, hey, you remember old Tim, our friend Tim? Yeah, he died because he tried to eat way too much human feces over the course of a week. Yeah, it's a damn shame. And after the first couple days, people would still be saying, God, it was so terrible they put him in that situation and made him do that. That's so awful. I just terrible. But after a few years, they would start saying, oh, yeah, he was an asshole. Can't believe he ate all that poop. What a douche. Why wouldn't he just take the option where he just ate a little bit of poop every day and it was bird poop? It's not like he was eating, like, chewed up hamburgers, greasy, preservative, nasty poop. It would just be bird poop, just worms and whatever birds eat. I don't know. I'm no ornithologist. Is that a thing? If it is, I'm praising myself for remembering that. Anyway. On to the next one. 60% of you, once again, are wrong. I think that's 2 for 3 that I've gotten correct. 3 for 3 I've gotten correct. I'm always right. So, there we go. On to the next one. Would you rather never play a game on your computer or never again play a console or portable device game? That's easy for me. I would never again play a computer game just because I enjoy consoles more. It's just I like the feeling of having a controller. And as far as portable devices go, I know I can play Pokemon on my computer if I wanted to, but it's just not the same. It's not the same feel, It's so nostalgic to be able to sit there and play Pokemon on a Game Boy Color or something like that. So I'm going to go with the computer game. Wow, I actually expected people to pick never play console, but 59% would say never play a game on your computer again. That's very surprising. I know I probably have some hardcore PC gamers out there, so I'm not going to say that you guys are objectively wrong, but from my perspective, You're wrong. I don't know. I don't really care on that one. Would you rather be really fat or be really hairy? I'm already a pretty hairy guy, so I'm going to have to say be really hairy, because it's not that bad. You know, if I were like twice as hairy as I am now, yeah, that'd start to get really weird. But at the same time, I could probably grow a really, really thick, badass beard, and just have, like, I would have nice locks of hair that would be super, super thick on my head, and so I wouldn't go bald as fast if I even do go bald. Fingers crossed on that one. But, you know, the whole, like, Robin Williams arm hairstyle thing, like, that's pretty gross. I'll admit to that. But being really fat, like, you can hide being hairy pretty easily. You just go and you shave, you know, or you trim, or you thin it out. But being really fat, you can't hide that. You can't hide that shit, man. Wow, 77% said be really hairy, but 23% said they'd rather be really fat. That is ridiculous. Why would you do that, you silly little fuck? That is dumb. I'll say on this one that you have answered incorrectly, sir, because you didn't think about the fact that, guess what? You can be really, really fat and really, really hairy. So beat you there. But that's all I have to say for now. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, leave a rating. If you didn't, remember to leave a rating in the other direction. And I love you. Goodbye.